laps.
Well, the thing you don't want to do, especially with as good a truck as Kyle Busch in that 51 that they have, you don't want to run out of fuel. Krista.
This is exactly the strategy Ricky Carmichael wanted, to be here at the end and to be able to just start picking off trucks. Billy Wilburn has told him, get one truck at a time. You see the 4 on pit road for fuel only. That's Ricky Carmichael, the Supercross superstar, trying to complete this race in California.
Johnny Sauter left his pit with the catch can still attached. There you see the Sunoco fuel cans, and away Sauter goes. And there is the catch can.
So he'll have to come back in, and that's a shame because Johnny Sauter in that 13 truck, he had made his way up into the top 15. There you see Ron Hornaday in the 33 truck. He's on pit road, Matt.
The issue for Hornaday, he has to gingerly bring his truck to a stop in his box, not to slide the tires. Great job there. He also had to go around the 32. 1 can of fuel for Hornaday. A close call with Peters in the 32 on exit.
I'm going to tell you what, though, when you look at the 51 truck of Kyle Busch, you know, they're somewhat walking a tightrope here, because the last thing they want to do is pit too soon and get burnt by caution by someone that stays out there. So that's what's on the shoulders of Doug George, the crew chief, right now. But as I mentioned, you don't want to run out of fuel either. There's Doug George right there on top of the pit box.
Man, they are doing some calculating, aren't they? Sitting there saying, I think we can go 2 or 3 more laps. You want to wait till the very last lap that you possibly can run to come.
They're looking for him now with 9 laps to go, and here comes Rowdy. There is Johnny Benson, who has cycled up to 8th place, also on pit road.
Here comes the 30 back there too. He's coming.
Todd Bodine in. Going to be a quick gas and go, it looks like, Krista.
Absolutely. I don't even know if they need the co in Sunoco. Just a splash and go for Kyle Busch. Doug George, the crew chief, said nice and easy. Kyle, don't slide the tires. And then he stopped. He said, what am I talking about? You know exactly what to do. Kyle Busch, the leader in this race, coming in, and he hits his pit stall for a splash and go. Just a little bit of fuel for the 51.
And the way his truck's handling Mike, Larry, it doesn't surprise me that he can make it on tires, because he has not been abusing his truck.
How about Todd Bodine, Matt?
Mike, the driver wanted tires, the crew chief wanted fuel. They want fuel on the 30.
So that'll move Colin Brown up to the lead in that Conway Freight Ford, leading for the first time today.
Now, we talked about Mike Skinner got those right side tires, Matt. Here he's back on pit road because he has to put the fuel in here with 8 laps to go.
Remember, back on lap 78, Skinner came on the radio, told his team he felt like that he had completely worn out that right front tire. Hence the tires, and now coming in for the fuel. Skinner's away.
Colin Brown is this race's 3rd different leader. He's only the 2nd driver to lead under green. Otherwise, it's been a Kyle Busch day.
Now, where he's going to be in trouble is when he makes his green flag stop. We got a report that he's completely lost 3rd gear, and that transmission is in big trouble. So that's where he has to really careful.
Well, where he's in really big trouble is Kyle Busch is right behind him. So even you know, no matter what, Kyle's going to chase him down and get the lead back here pretty quickly.
8 laps to go. There is Busch now in 2nd place. Todd Bodine, Shane Sieg up to 4th. Sieg is Busch's teammate and has not yet made his pit stop.
Right now, if you did, you know, you're just sitting there saying, please have enough rubber left on that right front tire. That's what you're praying for.
Stacy Compton's made his final stop. And we're down to 7 to go.
Now you see Mike Skinner in the 5 truck. Right now he is 1 lap down because of being on pit road twice. Now that was a pass for the lead Kyle Busch just made on Colin Brown. That's the difference in those trucks right there. But what Mike Skinner wants more than anything.
We can let the 5 go if we don't.
Well, it won't even help Mike Skinner now because we're less than 10 laps to go and yet there's no free pass available.
So if I was Rowdy, I'd say you just go right ahead there, Mr. 5-car truck.
Shane Sieg comes in, surrenders 4th position to do so. Dick Berggren.
Hey, Mike, a round of applause for David Starr and his crew. Starr, right now in the 24 truck, is running in the 7th position as the result of an absolutely brilliant pit stop. The crew told him, don't slide the tires. He didn't want to flat spot him. He stopped perfectly. They did a fuel-only stop, just exactly the right amount of fuel. It's as good a stop as I've seen all day for that 24. Guys, they really got him done.
And you just saw the 51 truck of Bush pull down and let Mike Skinner in a 5 go by. So that was a good smart move on his part.
Absolutely, with 6 laps to go.
Battle for 6th place. There is David Starr, the Texan, picking up the spot.
Showing on your right rear. Just breathe. Take it easy. Jeff, help him out here.
I think that's David Starr's crew. They're pretty happy about that pass that he made on Ron Hornaday. 5 laps to go.
I tell you right now, I mean, normally you're sitting here holding your breath on fuel. I'm holding my breath on tires because they got to be right to the limit on the tire wear.
Well, remember, a lot of these guys, they have not changed tires since back on about lap 26, 27. So, yeah, it's going to be close to 75 laps on these tires.
That's Rick Crawford going a lap down to Kyle Busch. Crawford will start.
Nice and easy, dude. Nice and easy. Up off.
Will start his 300th race in this series at Atlanta in a couple of weeks. The good thing about Kyle Busch and tire wear is, who has he had to race today? Who's he had to battle side by side with? Nobody.
Nobody, and as we've had the in-car shots of him, he's not jacking around on the wheel wearing the tires out. So if anybody can make it on tires, he should be the one that can do it.
He's led 91 of our 96 laps as we now have 4 laps to go.
Trouble for Taylor Malsom down on the
slow on the back
apron.
there, coming down the back straightaway. Looks like he's got enough speed though to get back around.
He may be out of fuel possibly with that 81 truck.
Hey, looks like
We're going to make it.
Rookie had a top 10 at Daytona.
Now he was going, you know, it might be, I guess it is out of fuel because he accelerated a little bit and then all of a sudden it stopped.
Kyle Busch, 3 to go.
He has a 5-second lead over Colin Brown. Colin Brown, the 6 truck, out of fuel here with 3 laps to go. And he did make it to pit road.
Yeah, and 81, I'm pretty sure, is going to be able to coast all the way here. He comes onto the apron down here to the entrance of pit road, so I think we're going to be okay there.
He's going to make it.
So that will move Todd Bodine into the 2nd spot. And how about it, Chad McCumbee in that 07 truck up to 3rd as we're coming to 2 laps to go.
And TJ Bell to 4th. And David Starr, thanks in part to that great pit stop Dick Berggren talked about. Starr will move up into the top 5.
All we got to do is finish.
He has a 10-second lead over Todd Bodine right now, talking about Kyle Busch as we've got 2 to go.
2 to go, and he could almost coast those. He's so far ahead he could almost coast 2 laps.
Well, we gave the analogy of the show about a golf foursome. Tiger Woods, Gary Player, and a couple of young high school hotshots. I would say Kyle Busch is about to win this tournament by a dozen strokes or so. He's put a whipping on him today.
Well, and I think this is so good for Kyle Busch because think about it. He finished 2nd last week at Daytona in the Camping World Truck Series race. He had the car to beat in the Nationwide Series race and didn't win it. And we know, I don't think anyone was going to beat him in the Daytona 500, but he got caught up in that wreck. So this has to make him feel so good. Mike, you're right. I think he could sweep the weekend here in all 3 series.
White flag for Rowdy Busch. 56th start in the Camping World Truck Series, seeking to win California for the 2nd year in a row.
A lot of guys are going to want to see those right side tires, I can tell you that.
And I'd say a lot of guys from the other series because it's the same tire. But
exactly.
Just think about it, Mike. 9 years ago, they told him, you can't race. You're not old enough. Right here at Auto Club Speedway.
Driving for Billy Ballou.
And that's a real special relationship, too.
Yep.
Good job, Doug.
Doug George, the crew chief, Billy Ballou, the owner, and Rowdy. Kyle Busch wins the San Bernardino County 200, his 10th career victory in the Camping World Truck Series. There's 2nd. And Todd Bodine, Chad McCumbee for 3rd. TJ Bell.
Actually, David Starr
to the line.
David Starr got by him on the last lap.
10 wins for Kyle Busch, tying him with Bobby Hamilton for 11 on the series all-time win list.
A couple of notables. Ricky Carmichael did get a top 10 finish, finished in 8th. Tim Peters 9th, and Max Pappas finishes 10th.
Yeah, another great road racer. Pappas adapting to the trucks in 10th spot. Kyle Busch dominates in Southern California.